kiss for you.
We have to complete some more topics in cell and then we'll put a conclusion to cell. Now, one topic is cell efficiency. Now, what is efficiency? That means first क्या efficiency होती है, इसे कैसे निकाला जाता है, ये इसका भी कॉन्सेप्ट हल्का होना चाहिए efficiency समझने से पहले. Efficiency is defined as the ratio of output energy to input energy expressed as a percentage. Now, let me tell you one thing, that I'm talking with respect to a machine. I'm not talking it with respect to a human being, a living cell or something like that. I'm talking right now with respect to a machine. Now, whatever amount of energy you are going to supply to the machine, you will get a proportionate return for it. And that is known as output energy. So whatever, always input energy से कम ही होता है output energy, but there is उसके बाद efficiency निकल जाती है. तो इस तरह ही efficiency बढ़ती है. And that we call as many a times we often use in our lifetimes that what is efficiency, be efficient. What is this efficient? That means less input, more output. That is efficiency basically. Now, what is in cell efficiency? I'll just take an example of cell efficiency with respect of a cube. Now, the cube is a three-dimensional representation of a square. Now, when you take, suppose this is having a size of 2 centimeter. A cube has a side of 2 centimeter. Therefore, if we take out the volume of the cube, then it will be of course 6 ka cube, that is 216 centimeter cube. And if you take out the volume surface area, it will be 6a square, that is 36 into 6, that will give you 6a square na. So no, it will be 24. 4 है ना, ये 4 हो गया और ये 4 into 26, तो यहाँ पर 24 centimeters हुए. और this is surface area and this is volume. Now, in the second case, what I have done is I have divided that same cube into, एक बार ऐसे काटा, एक बार ऐसे काटा. So what will happen? And I cut it this way also. So I will receive 8 cubes out of 1 cube, and each cube will have the dimension of 1 centimeter. तो हर क्यूब का डायमेंशन हो जाएगा 8 सेंटीमीटर. नाउ द वॉल्यूम ऑफ अ पर्टिकुलर क्यूब will be 1, and such 8 cubes it will bear the volume till 8. So it is not 216, my god, sorry, it will be 8 centimeter cube since and we have 1 centimeter cube का 8 cube, तो हो गया total volume how much? 8 centimeter cube. Now we take out the surface area in second case also. Surface area will be how much? 6 into a square, that is 1 square, into 8, that is equal to 48 centimeters. Now just take out the ratio. In the first case, volume surface area ratio is 8 by 24, that is 1 by 3. And in the second case, volume surface area is equal to 8 by 48, that is 1 by 6. You can see that surface area ratio increases in the from first case. तो इसी का मतलब हुआ कि जो छोटे सेल्स हैं उनमें ज़्यादा एफिशिएंसी हुई, क्योंकि एक बड़ा सेल ज़्यादा से ज़्यादा कितने सेल्स के साथ कांटेक्ट में रह पाएगा? 1, 2, 3, 4. बट एक छोटा सेल may be in contact with many other such cells. So what will happen? That the rate of diffusion of substances from one cell to another will keep on increasing. ज़्यादा डिस्ट्रीब्यूशन होगा तो उस हिसाब से एफिशिएंसी सेल्स की बढ़ जाएगी. That's why we say smaller is the size of the cell, more is the efficiency. The most important topic, one more, classification of cell. Now, on the basis of presence or absence of nucleus in a cell, we call the cells as prokaryotic cell and eukaryotic cell. Now, basically all the human cells are eukaryotic in nature. Eukaryotic cells are those cells which have a well defined nucleus. वैसा न्यूक्लियस जैसा हमने अपने पिछले वीडियो में देखा था. अगर नहीं देखा है तो जाकर देख लो. So that which have a well defined nucleus, that is a eukaryote, and a prokaryote, it does not have a well defined nucleus. It has a single length of DNA, and such a Non-organized nucleus is called a nucleoid. Now, we move on to another differences, that is in eukaryotic cells we have bigger ribosomes, in prokaryotic cells we have smaller ribosomes. क्योंकि राइबोसोम्स प्रोटीन फैक्ट्रीज है और प्रोटीन की जरूरत हर सेल को है, चाहे वो यूकैरियोट हो या प्रोकैरियोट हो. And please be thorough with this concept, because in future when I will be teaching you about kingdom classification, that is in my third playlist. Now we are doing cell playlist, then tissue playlist and then kingdom playlist. तब इसका बहुत जरूरी कॉन्सेप्ट है, तो इसलिए ध्यान से सुनिए. और तीसरी बात ये कि इन यूकैरियोटिक सेल्स वी हैव सेल ऑर्गेनेल्स, बट इन प्रोकैरियोटिक सेल्स वी हैव नो सेल ऑर्गेनेल्स. बट हाँ, और भी बहुत सी चीजें होती हैं, जैसे कि मेम्ब्रेनस एक्सटेंशंस like mesosome, plasmid, all these things are present in other cells, maybe, but it is other cell organelles are not present when we generalize the view of the cell. So this is what is a eukaryotic cell and this is what is a prokaryotic cell. One more important topic and one more important definition जो आपको पता होनी चाहिए, protoplasm. Protoplasm, the entire living content of the cell is called the protoplasm. Protoplasm including the cell inclusions is called protoplasm. But that you need not worry because it is not in your syllabus. But protoplasm is but one statement I would like to make by protoplasm on the protoplasm, that it was discovered by Purkinje and he turned it as the living soup of the cell. One more thing, it consists of 90 to 92% of water and rest of the other five nutrients. That's all about protoplasm. Now we have talked about many things about cell and we have come towards the end of the playlist of the cell. Now अब आप सब कुछ जान चुके हैं सेल के बारे में, हर एक चीज आपको पता है, लेकिन ये याद रखना वी हैव लर्न एवरीथिंग अबाउट अ जनरलाइज्ड सेल. यानी कि ज्यादातर सेल्स में जो फीचर्स होते हैं, जरूरी नहीं है कि हर सेल जिस तरह हमने पढ़ा है वैसा ही हो, हर सेल में कुछ ना कुछ नया जानने के लिए. So therefore, after you have completed a generalized view of cell, you should now focus on the basic, means the specific cell study. यानी कुछ specific cells के बारे में जानना जरूरी है. RBC यानी कि red blood cell. It is found in our blood, that we'll study most probably in our next chapter. And its function, see, it is circular, disc-like and biconcave. Biconcave means you can see it is having a circular loop over here twice. So this shape is known as biconcave shape. Now, why RBC has such a shape, that we'll encounter in our next chapter, but I'll just tell you the function. Its function is to carry carbon dioxide and oxygen in the blood. Okay. Then WBC over here, you can see it's an amoeboid shape. Amoeboid shape means it can assume any shape like an amoeba. So therefore, it is an amoeboid shape, and function of WBC is provision of immunity. Okay. So now we are going to study about the next type of cell. Smooth muscle cells. Smooth muscle cells, that means they relax and contract and they help in movement of the body. This is the function that you need to understand. And the last cell that we will be studying, that is neuron. Neuron, the function of neuron is to carry out the messages that are sent by the brain to the different parts of the body. So here we end the syllabus, we end the cell study, we end the playlist, and we end the game of cell. I think you are able to understand what I have taught you today. So if I was able to build your concept and we were here to learn something new, then please like my video and subscribe my channel. Study with Aditya.